There was quite a line outside for me to see the Cybertruck. I had to wait for about 19 minutes, and I know because I took the first picture and I looked at the time of when I took that picture, and then I took a picture the moment I got in, and it was 19 minutes between these two pictures. And some people had to wait even longer. I stayed inside for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and then when I was leaving, the line got even bigger. So some people, I think, waited for over 30 minutes just to get in, just to see the Cybertruck. And there were lines in multiple Tesla locations. Here's a line in Tampa, Florida. Here's another Tesla showroom. There's so many people around the Cybertruck, and you can see that there are so many people around the Model X there too. Where I went here, there was one Model Y on display, and there were so many people around that one Model Y. It was crazy. So I'm sure that Tesla's actually making more sales because of the Cybertruck, because people come in for the Cybertruck, but then they end up looking at the Model Y, Model 3, Model S, Model X maybe even, and it's like an advertisement. This is really good for Tesla. I feel more bullish after seeing this. And also, it was quite difficult to take a picture of the Cybertruck without a lot of people in the frame, but we Canadians are pretty nice, so we were able to get a moment where no one was, well, you can still see quite a few people in the back there, but it's a pretty clean photo, I would say. The fit and finish on this Cybertruck was so good. All of the panels were aligned pretty much perfectly. Touching or going inside was not allowed, but I think some people succeeded touching the Cybertruck. There are a few stains here. I'm not sure if they are all from fingerprints. I think right here there are buttons, perhaps. I only noticed these from the picture. I didn't notice it when I was looking at the Cybertruck in person, but maybe that's just to open the bed. I also saw something else that was quite bullish, really bullish actually, and that is the people that were the most visibly excited about it were the women. That caught me a little bit off guard. I saw some women just smiling and sort of laughing, just being happy about how great it looks. I don't think I have ever seen anything quite like that. And it wasn't just one woman like that, there were multiple. So of course this is just anecdotal, but I think Tesla might be seriously onto something. If not just men love it, but also the women love it, that's a huge win. The only time I have seen women being so excited would be when they have a new boyfriend and they're just in love and they are about to meet him, or before they go for a concert and they're gonna go and listen to their favorite musician. These are the only two times that I can think of that I have seen women being so excited about something. Maybe it was just a complete coincidence, but certainly I would love to hear more from women and what they think about the Cybertruck. Also, about these dirty spots, as you can see here from this video, this is the same Cybertruck that I saw earlier, later that day. This is a video from earlier from the same day, and as you can see, there are no dirty spots. So the dirty spots that I saw must have been from probably fingerprints and from people just touching the Cybertruck. Oh, and someone else did take a picture of these buttons. So yeah, that is just to control your cover and to open the bed. And I saw someone else saying that this Cybertruck was set to the low suspension setting. It's also good to know that the Cybertruck is actually fairly maneuverable, and I saw some people say that the Cybertruck looks smaller in person than what they imagined it would look like, but when I went to see it, it looks exactly how you see it here. I wasn't really surprised in terms of, oh, it's actually bigger, or oh, it's actually smaller, or oh, it looks so different in person. I think it looks, to me, person, because I have seen so many pictures and videos, it just looks exactly how I envisioned it would look. And to me, it looks great. The only thing that I didn't quite realize from pictures and videos is that this line right here is not actually a straight line, meaning that it just goes straight like this. It's actually curved slightly. Well, not really curved, but it doesn't just go straight. It goes slightly. It makes the car slightly more narrow. That's the only thing that I sort of visually, I was like, oh, Okay. Which actually I think makes the Cybertruck overall look a little bit better. It just wasn't obvious to me that it was like that. It also, of course, helps with aerodynamics and with handling. Cybertruck currently is in roughly 14 different locations, and it is coming to quite a few more, which in total make it 21 different locations. If it is somewhere near you, I highly suggest that you go check it out. It is quite an experience. As an investor, I wanted to see, is there really a line? And there was. And how are people reacting to the Cybertruck? And they were reacting very positively to it. That you cannot really truly get from a video. You need to see that for yourself. And look at these people just walking by, but looking at what is everyone else so excited about? How come there's such a huge line there? That is definitely working in Tesla's favor. New Tesla Model 3s have finally arrived in Malaysia. First deliveries will start next week, actually. I have been to Malaysia once before. I highly recommend that you go if you haven't been. It's amazing. James posted a link to this Model 3 long-range model from 2019, and you can actually buy it for $28,600. It also has full self-driving included in the price. If you buy it new, it will cost you about $46,000 without FSD. You add FSD and that price will jump up by $12,000, making it almost $58,000. So therefore, James says pretty much this proves that both Tesla and the consumer don't really place any value on full self-driving. This is why I maintain that FSD is not priced into Tesla's valuation, says James. It's probably 95% upside, and it will remain so until Tesla can monetize it more effectively. I mostly agree with James. I think it does increase the value of a vehicle by a little bit, but certainly not by $12,000. James here really is trying to explain that it's a Tesla stock buying opportunity. Sawyer made a list of Tesla stock catalysts here. Basically, in North America in Q1, the new Model 3 will launch probably. The Cybertruck production will start ramping up, which will be the best rolling ad you can possibly ask for. FSD 12 will probably also be in regular customer cars in Q1. News will come out that the Model Y was the best-selling vehicle of any kind in the whole world in 2023, which will be the first EV to achieve such a feat. Tesla energy installations will probably hit new records again, and we are likely to have some sort of India announcement related to Tesla's new factory over there, and perhaps Tesla being allowed to import vehicles there with very low tariffs. We will of course also benefit from the point of sale tax credit in the US, and also, which is perhaps one of the things that I look forward to the most in Q1, is from Morgan Stanley before we have heard that Tesla is planning to hold an AI day possibly in Q1, to which I'm really looking forward, because then we will probably have another update about the Tesla bot. Advertising could also be another catalyst for Tesla. And this, I'm not sure if this is actually going to be a real Tesla ad or not, but this guy does make actual commercials, it appears to me. And perhaps this is an actual teaser of a real ad. I'm not really sure though, because I'm not familiar with this account. Either way, he's saying that an FSD commercial will launch tomorrow. Maybe it's just an unofficial one, or maybe it will be official. I don't really know, but I'll keep an eye on this. Here's another new police car that's a Tesla, and as Teslas get cheaper, we will see even more of these, and especially when the Cybertruck comes out and becomes accessible, because right now you will need to wait for a long time to even get your Cybertruck, but later, once you can actually get it relatively quickly, I think we will see a lot of Cybertrucks in the police forces. Porsche has done something impressive here.
Go up and down. We can let it roll, and we can do pitching.
Somehow, I feel like this car is going to be very popular with young couples. But the idea here basically is that when you brake, the car does not dive. When you accelerate, the car does not squat. It's always holding a nice steady position. When you make a turn, the car nicely leans into it, making everything really smooth. Maybe Tesla could do that for the Roadster or eventually for the Model S. Scott gave us an update how much he spent on his Tesla throughout 35 months of ownership and 120,000 miles. He spent $0 on the brakes, pretty much no money or zero money on repairs. He did go through 2.5 sets of tires, and he did one air filter change. The air filter change was $50. Fuel savings around $20,000 compared to a gas-powered vehicle. Software upgrades, many. So he says the car is still like new, but I say in many ways actually it has gotten better because of some of the software updates. Scott spent $2,400 on the tires, you add the air filter change, and you come to a grand total of $2,450. He drives a 2021 Model 3 standard range. And after about 28,000 miles, his battery range estimate has remained basically the same at about 90% of the original estimate. This happened minutes ago as I'm recording this. New Cybertruck is now on display in Boston's showroom as well. And someone here says that he dropped all of his plans and went through 80 miles of blizzardish conditions just to see the Cybertruck for the first time. And Gary has a comment about this. At first it seems that it is unrelated, but it's actually related. He says, Tesla Uber boss will not admit, but my liberal use of the phrase Twitter overhang proved highly accurate to describe the negative Tesla stock action in the fourth quarter of last year, as Elon Musk was forced to sell billions of dollars of Tesla stock to pay for Twitter. Now, Tesla bears should recognize the positive Cybertruck halo effect that will accrue from huge Cybertruck interest and its likely stimulative impact on sales of the entire Tesla franchise. Just like I saw yesterday, there were so many people around that Model Y in the showroom with the Cybertruck. So that would be similar to what happened in 2020. Then the Model Y launched. Model Y sales were really good, but Model 3 sales were not cannibalized. A lot of Tesla bears said, oh, the moment the Model Y launches, the sales of the Model 3 will collapse, but they did not. Not at all. This is a bit ridiculous. Rivian customers are going to be upset. There are no service appointments available in this location for Rivian vehicles. On the other hand, his Tesla in the same location was serviced within 3 days. A mobile service vehicle came to replace an air filter for him, which took 15 minutes and just $63. If I was to compare my personal service experience between Mercedes, BMW, and Tesla, I would say Tesla by far is number one. That, of course, is just anecdotal experience. Some people have different experiences. If you can at all avoid servicing your Tesla vehicle at the end of the quarter, I highly suggest to do so, because often Tesla has a delivery wave and that can impact the service quality sometimes. At least that was the experience that my friend had. Now, I personally wouldn't do this with my Tesla. I'm pretty sure that's a Model Y, but you can. Maybe it's a leased vehicle, but you can do it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe right now. That helps the channel so much. It's actually really important for the YouTube algorithm that people do that. And YouTube says you should watch these two videos next. My name is Matt Postius, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and I will be posting a new Patreon video later today.